9 o'clock on CBC.
We're in the gateway to cottage country, Barrie, Ontario. More specifically, Bolorama Bayfield, a state-of-the-art bowling center. 32 lanes, 5 and 10 pin. Take your pick. The toughest part of the road to Barrie is qualifying. Only the best in the game have survived. Only the best are here. Hi everyone, I'm Steve Armitage along with Bill Douglas, as today we concentrate on 10-pin and begin our 7th season of Men's 10-Pin Championship Series on CBC. Bill, always tough, rate the field.
Well, it is a tough field to rate. This is the first year in 7 where we don't have anybody repeating, so it's really tough to pick. One of the things that I noticed, though, all of these bowlers, whether they're TV first-timers or experienced veterans, tremendous amount of talent. 17 perfect games, numerous 800s between them, and just a great wealth of tournament experience all the way from national youth championships right up to PBA regionals, so it will be a good field.
Last year, our champion was Jack Gay. He averaged 214, the field 204.
Making the right choices in equipment and places to play on the lane. The experience in this field, I think we'll see big scores. The lanes are conducive to that as long as you make the right choices.
Who's in our first match today?
22-year-old Jamie Soulliere is the youngest in the field and the only lefty with 4 perfect games and a .299 to his credit. This Moncton native is looking to make his mark on the national stage. Calgary's Corey Clayton advanced out of a tough Alberta field. The number 8 seed has pins game and PBA regional tournaments on his 21-year resume.
And the second match of Show 1.
Surrey's Danny Cabanos is the number 4 seed. This 49-year-old has 2 perfect games. This will be his first major national competition. Southern Ontario's Russ Serwetnik is the least experienced in the field. In only his 2nd year back in 10-pin, Russ has a perfect game and a .215 average.
Financially, there are no losers in our CBC series. Exit round 1 and you still pick up $500. Win the 3-game total pinfall final and it's worth $10,000. Fun and money, a great combination. Soulliere and Clayton, 2 guys with a lot of TV experience, kicking off our 7th season of men's 10-pin bowling on CBC. Soulliere in the red, Corey Clayton in the black. Soulliere from Moncton, New Brunswick. 4 perfect games to his credit. He would like to have 14.
Stay over.
Yes.
Big messenger right off the bat for Jamie. He gets this ball out, and we watched him in practice. He was actually getting the ball further out on the lane. This one he stays inside, gets great reaction, but watch the 1 pin go off the wall, come all the way across to take that 7 pin out. Good break right off the bat.
Corey Clayton will start on lane 12, the right-hand lane here at Bolorama Bayfield.
Great shot, exactly where he was throwing the ball in warm-ups. He's standing about 25. He's looking at 3rd arrow, the 15 board, and the darker boards down further down the lane, the rangefinders. He wants to be there, 10 board, at his break point. That's about 38 feet down the lane, and that's what he's looking for.
Solid start for both of our bowlers in match 1, show 1 of our 10-pin series. Clayton trying to double.
Got that one a little bit inside that time, but it's still sat. Looks like they've got some room to make a mistake inside. That's where the heavier oil is. The ball will sit a little bit longer. Then when it comes out of the oil, that's when you'll see the big hook.
Jamie Soulliere won $3,000 in 2 TSN pins games.
Come on, come on.
He's moved it back inside a little bit. That's also 3rd arrow for the left-hander. 15 board, and again he's getting it out to about 10 at its break point. Nice reaction, no deflection, 15-pound ball both these players using.
Soulliere now trying for the triple. 3 in a row. What a way to begin.
A little further outside that time, and you can see it didn't react quite the same. Not that big snap at the back end. Lives himself a 3-pin.
High average last season, 217.
Wow, that one just about jumped on him. Managed to make the spare. Wipes a little bit off the brow there. He was worried about that one. The more inside on the lane you get, the more the ball's going to hook by the looks of things. He had that one in the middle, and it started to take off on him.
Corey Clayton trying for the triple. First ball in the 3rd frame.
Right on that rangefinder again. What a great shot. Smooth, very quiet 5-step approach. It's down pretty low, solid at the foul line. You can see his toe points directly at the target. No movement with that front foot in his slide.
We'll have to take a look at Souliere's footwork. It's not as smooth as Corey Clayton's. A little hesitation at the start.
Corey going for 4 in a row. Pulled that one inside a little bit, and again it's sat. He's got room on the inside. Anytime these bowlers got a little bit of an area to make a mistake, they can be very, very dangerous. No deflection at all.
And no doubt, 4 strikes in a row for Clayton. Soulliere working on a spare. First ball in the 4th.
A little bit wide that time. Came back, got to the pocket, but leaves himself the 10-pin. And usually you'll see that left-hander gets a little bit late on the break. The ball's actually behind the head pin when it hits, and that's typically the result. You'll leave a corner for the left-hander, the 10-pin. Cross lane, pretty big hook at it. Covers it up. 2 spares in a row now for Jamie Soulliere.
Opened with a couple of strikes, has a couple of spares, but look at that. Corey Clayton still perfect through 4.
Introducing Spectra 5, the only car in its class with 6 standard airbags. Packed with cool standard features and Canada's best ownership coverage, including free oil changes for life. Kia Spectra 5, for only $229 a month, you can love one this much.
So long, ordinary toothbrush. The Oral-B dental experts have created cleaning technology like nothing else on Earth. The new Oral-B Professional Care 8000. It pulsates and oscillates to loosen plaque and sweep it away. Teeth get twice as clean and dramatically whiter. Gums get stronger. Your whole mouth gets healthier. You'll never go back to an ordinary brush again. The new Oral-B Professional Care 8000. Brush like a dentist.
Attention please, there will be a short delay. The reason being, not enough of you have been eating your fiber. Now I hear you all groan, but I don't like fiber. Well, new Kellogg's All-Brand bars will change that. The taste of honey, oats, brown sugar, crunchy cookie texture. What's not to like? See? You can't even tell it's a high source of fiber.
The sooner we all make friends with fiber, the sooner we can all go home.
What's going on here?
Fiber.
Make fiber your friend with Kellogg's All-Brand bars, original and honey nut flavor.
Wendy's has a simply delicious way for chicken lovers to enjoy chicken. Our home-style chicken strips. Strips done Wendy's way. They're 3 big, tender pieces of juicy, breaded, whole-season breast filet flavored with our own blend of home-style seasonings. Delicious by themselves or dipped in one of our 3 tasty sauces. Creamy Heartland Ranch, Deli Honey Mustard, or spicy Southwest Chipotle. Wendy's home-style chicken strips. It's better here. And our pickup window is open late.
Corey Clayton of Calgary, Alberta. One perfect game in his career. He's still perfect in match number 1 of show 1 in our men's championship 10-pin series. First ball in the 6th frame. Trying to make it 6 in a row.
Better shot that time, no doubt. Right dead on. Good speed control and pretty good location control. When he's made the mistakes, he's made them missing left. Great solid approach.
Oh, Jamie Soulliere knows what he needs to do now. He's got to come up with some strikes in a hurry. Starting, not there.
Little wide again. Ball came back to the pocket, but not flush in the pocket. It was too deep on the lane. Leaves himself a 7-pin. Here's the change for Jamie on the left side. He's going to use that hard plastic ball. Straight at it. Keeps it clean.
All marks so far for Soulliere. Unfortunately for him against Corey Clayton, he's only got the 2 strikes. The rest are spares. Clayton is still perfect. So Soulliere needs to put up some strikes in a hurry. First ball in the 7th frame.
Just not quite there. Bigger arc. Jamie throws more sweeping arc than Corey. Corey's more straight up the boards. Easier to make a mistake or have an error when you've got that much movement in the bowling ball. The more boards you cross, the easier it is to make a mistake or have something go wrong. Solid on his spares, hasn't made too many mistakes.
5th spare in a row for Jamie Soulliere. Has a potential of 234 in this match. The potential for Clayton is still the perfect game, 300, trying for his 7th strike in a row.
Oh yeah. He is so solid right now. I said he was making some changes over the summer. He went to John Jowdy, who's a big U.S. coach, came up to Calgary. Corey went through the school and he wanted to free up his arm swing, be more loose in his swing. A little bit less hook now than he used to have, but that's really smooth. Obviously, the little coaching helped.
Paid off big time, certainly in this match. Trying for 8 in a row, trying to stay perfect. This is Corey Clayton.
Oh boy,
That's wide. And that's a mistake. When he missed on the inside, the ball sat. That time he missed it to the right. Didn't come back at all.
A little too loose on that one.
A little too loose. Leaves himself a 210. This is spareable. He's going to use his hard plastic ball. Just try and catch the 2-pin on the left-hand side. Slide it over.
Easy for you to say.
Easy to be done.
In the hands of somebody who knows how to do it.
Corey's a great spare shooter, always has been.
So the perfect game ends for Corey Clayton. Puts up a mark, but it's a spare with that fine shot, taking out the 2 and the 10. Soulliere working on a spare. First ball in the 8th frame.
Better shot that time. He's happy.
His 3rd strike of this opening match. But look at Clayton. Just the 1 miss, and that was a spare in the 8th. Jamie Soulliere, Moncton, New Brunswick, in our opening match of our men's 10-pin championship series.
Another good shot.
Come on, come on.
A little bit late hooking. Again, behind the head pin when it got to the pocket. Leaves himself the 7-pin. Jamie's bowled extremely well. He's been in the pocket almost every shot. It's just not quite there. Not 100% flush. That's the single pins he's been leaving. 7 pins and 10 pins.
Has a potential of 214 as he sits down. The potential for Corey Clayton is 278. Needs 7 pins to win the match and move on to the semifinal in our series. And the way Clayton's bowling, don't bet against it right now. He's working on a spare. First ball in the 9th frame.
Now he got a big break there. Looked like he stuck a little bit at the foul line, and that has a tendency to pull your swing left. It did that. He crossed over to the Brooklyn side and carried it. You can see he's looking at the 3rd arrow 15 board. He was inside that right off the bat, but he gets a big break.
And that's all that Corey Clayton needed to win this opening match against Jamie Soulliere. Now Clayton trying to double with his first ball in the 10th. Still has a potential of 278.
That's better. Oh, yeah, solid. 278 would be the 2nd highest score in series history. Jamie Jung shot a 279 a couple of years ago. Good shot from the side. You can see Corey with a very long slide to the foul line, but really solid.
Now Clayton trying to strike out to finish this opening match. Looking for 3 in a row, the triple.
Wide. Now that one came back. When you're on a roll, it just works out. You know, you can make a mistake and you'll miss one, you'll miss your mark, but the ball will come roaring back, or you'll carry a Brooklyn. This time a little bit thin, he just catches a piece of the 5-pin.
Wouldn't he like to finish by striking out, finish at 278? Just that one slight miss in frame 8 when he spared.
Now walked away, he knew it was close. 10-pin for 277.
An excellent beginning for Corey Clayton of Calgary, Alberta, in his opening match of our CBC Men's 10-Pin Championship Series against Jamie Soulliere. Soulliere hasn't bowled that badly, but not good enough against Clayton the way he was bowling.
Oh, he's thrown the ball well. The difference really has been carry. Corey's angled to the pocket maybe a little bit better, got away with a few mistakes, but he carried. Every time he got near, he carried it.
Ten-pin. Still up. Needs to take that down to spare. And it did not come back for him. It stayed out. Did not come in enough. So Jamie Soulliere is done at 192. This was all Corey Clayton. A single spare in the 8th. The rest were strikes, and it's Clayton who moves on to the semifinal with a 277-192 win over Jamie Soulliere.